Hey yo, what's good you guys? It's Boomer and Jared watching Bali Star. Today, we is getting into Abba and Preach. They're talking about this OnlyFans model that said, I feel DEAD inside. I'm no longer attracted to men. And she quits OnlyFans. Now let's get the exact context of what she is saying. Let's get straight on into it. Let's go.
So it's been a year since I started my OF and my spicy pages, and I just feel super anxious today.
Turn it up.
And I wanted to just come on here.
Isn't it crazy how porn stars co-opted the chili?
What do you mean?
They co-opted the chili.
Maximum.
What does that mean?
If I go on Instagram and I see a chili anywhere in a profile, I assume someone's selling ass.
Oh, you talk, okay, yeah. The pimento. Yeah. Yeah. Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's them now. I mean, before 2015.
That's a spicy
and that
meat
plant was
spot.
really just
Something you ate. Now it's something only gay dudes and women eat.
I don't eat peaches the same way anymore.
You have to be self-conscious. I'm like, who
You're
watches?
just looking at it like,
Just come on here and share some thoughts on my experience so far. I'm kind of scared to share my actual thoughts, but I just feel the need to say them in case anybody who's following me here has any sort of desire to start this kind of thing. I want to start off by saying that I definitely have a really complicated relationship with this whole thing, and there are things that I appreciate about it and have appreciated about it from the beginning, but if I'm being so honest, there really are so many downsides. I'm trying so hard not to get like super upset while sharing this, but if I'm being honest, my mental health since I've started this has just slowly like been on such a decline. And I would say that it started maybe like honestly probably 7 months ago, where about like maybe 6 months into doing this, about 6 months, I started to get super burnt out. And while I did have such a strong start and it was so much fun in the beginning, after getting burnt out, I started to just feel really differently about like the types of messages that I was getting, and just feeling like sort of the effort that I was putting in to it still wasn't. I guess I'm trying to say there's no amount of money really that you can give me at this point, and I'm not willing to admit this now. There's no amount of money that you can give me right now to like make me feel like giving myself away in certain aspects, even if they're just a few photos or whatever online. It almost isn't worth it anymore. It's hard to describe this because I realize that when I have spoken about OF, that, you know, it's typically been in a light where it's like, you know, it's fun, it's art, you make money, blah, blah, blah. But if I'm being so honest, that really is like the only upside to doing it. Like just the ability to very quickly make extra cash. But I think again, like just over the course of a few months of like half a year or so, just going really hard at it, I think I didn't let a lot of like the messages get to me, but I was lying to myself, and I definitely think that it's like really worn on me over time. And it's not to say that I don't have like really good guys on there following me and like monetarily supporting me, even like checking in on me at times where I like, you know, earlier this year I definitely disappeared for a few months, even on here. But even with that, like just realizing that even those people are not people that I would call when I'm having a really hard day just makes it feel
Kimchi Princess.
just so fake. And I'm not sitting here saying that like I ever got on there to make friends. Let's be honest, it's really just to make money from a bunch of horny men. But I guess I'm just trying to say that just know that if you are a person who's ever been interested in doing this, or if you've like ever been curious about it,
and a quick tidbit too, like most of y'all might not even know this that are watching this video. Kimchi, I'm not gonna reveal that.
Yeah, it's just like such a
just eat it, you'll see.
Like I feel a little bit dead inside,
and if you like it, I feel
completely desensitized, and I don't know, like not to sound funny, but I really don't feel any type of like desire or like attraction to men in general anymore. And that's also because of my, you know, my personal collective experiences that I've had with like dating like the wrong types of men and things like that. But I think with this line of work,
Yeah,
That's the energy you put out into the universe, baby. You feel me? You put out that energy of like OnlyFans-ish type stuff, and that's what the universe is gonna. That's what God. That's what Jesus. That's what It's all gonna throw back to you. That karma, like that's what's all gonna throw back to you. Jah, that's what's all gonna throw back to you. You feel me? Jah Rastafari. But yeah, it's like when you put out that energy, no matter what you're doing, when you put out that energy, it's like you get what, like you receive what you get what you receive. You feel me? So it's like it's only right that you're gonna receive what you give, what you put out.
it's never the women who say, "Oh, I make great choices in men and find really stable relationships." I'd be like, "Yeah, I can't wait to do OnlyFans." I feel like,
Right.
but
Right.
I think with this line of work,
yeah, I was with you. It's never the women who say, "Oh, I make great choices in men and find really stable relationships." I'd be like, "Yeah, I can't wait to do OnlyFans." I feel like it's always the opposite. That's true. Not crazy. Like, it's very rare that I meet a girl. She's like, "Man, I have a really loving partner. Everything's really stable, and I strip." I'm not saying none of these people don't have stable relationships. I just, whenever they talk about their dating,
men, you will never catch a man being more honest and more authentic and more real, and not necessarily in a good way, than they are, and the way that they present themselves to girls who do stuff that I do. I can't even imagine what it's actually like for real life SWs.
It's like regular dudes, you know what I'm saying? Guys that have girlfriends, but girlfriends don't know that they be up on the OnlyFans. Man, let their girlfriends find out, that their dude does only, is subscribed to a person on OnlyFans, and see what that dude is saying to these chicks, bro. So, well, I didn't even know you talk this way. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Guys have a totally different side to them, man. When they, when they go up on sites like these, when they actually subscribe and comment on these girls, and they'd be like, "All right, now put your toe in your nose." Oh yeah, I'll pay you $5.
I'm sure it's 50,000 times worse for them. Like, at least to a certain extent, there's like a level of protection for me, just given that I'm like behind a screen, right? Like, I'm never actually gonna like see these guys in person or anything like that. But like, seriously, if I had any type of ability to share like the things that people have said, like the things that people have like the nerve to like DM me with, just like how disgusting they are. And also, I can't even count to you how many times the ones who follow me on Instagram, like when I get curious and nosy sometimes, like I'll go look at their profile and they have like a whole girlfriend or a whole wife, and sometimes even disgustingly enough, they have kids. Sometimes it makes me feel so conflicted with doing this, and a part of me just feels so prideful. Like, I feel like yes, it's been a year, not like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, but I do still feel like I'm still so deep in it, and I think I'm just being prideful, but I just feel like, and I just don't want to quit, because I'm just not a quitter. Like, I always see things like to the very end, and I won't quit until I'm physically stopped. This being like my one creative outlet to like, or so I thought, to like express myself and like produce this work that like, I'm really proud of. I do take a lot of time to go like rent these spaces and like get like certain types of outfits and like our lingerie really, and like do these shoots and like post them, and like editing is like a whole process, and like there are lots of parts that I enjoy, but I think what ruins it is like when I really sit down to think about like ultimately like what the purpose of all this is, and it's really just to visually please a bunch of men who, again, a lot of them are disgusting. I've been sort of exploring the idea of maybe just having my content be focused on things that I'm actually interested in, which ultimately is not pleasing men in any way, shape, or form. Like, y'all can keep your money at this point. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyways, if you made it this long, thank you.
When you do comedy, and then you step on stage, and then you tell people, don't film the set. And then there's one person still filming the set, and you're like, yo, I told you not to film. And that person tells you...
That's why I went to this Dave Chappelle concert, and like right when you, like before you enter the stadium, because it was a stadium performance, right when you get to the, into the seats, you know what I'm saying? Like, where there's like bars, stands, and stuff like around the stadium, like around the seats, and when you go through the doors to go to the seats or so, they make you put your phone in a bag. I'm pretty sure some people were able to sneak a second phone in, but yeah, they make you put your phone in your bag, or they or they pat you down as well to make sure you don't have any extra phones. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I paid. That person is entitled to do whatever the hell they want with your material or whatever because they paid. I paid. So I'm allowed to film if I want to. There's some people like that. That she's facing that. The person thinks that they can do and say whatever they want, whenever they want, because they paid. Yeah, the wonders of choosing to be objectified. People sometimes they don't understand about it. They're like, yeah, you're an object now. I paid. It takes a very special kind of people to do that.
What they call it again?
It's not for the faint of heart. Things, yeah, the money's good. The money's good. But what you're essentially doing is that you are choosing to objectify yourself. You say, I'm going to make some money to not, in most cases, in a lot of cases, not most, but a lot of cases, I can say. So yeah, it takes a toll on you. It's not because there's money involved that it doesn't affect you. I had some friends where they had some jobs that they really didn't like. They didn't like the job. They didn't enjoy working in the places they were working. And then come the time, they said to their boss, hey, you know what? I don't think this is good for me. I'm giving my resignation letter. That's my 2 weeks notice. I'm out of here. And the boss in the reply would say, you know what? You can't really leave. We like you out here. You're doing a great job. Here's a raise. And all of my friends that would take the raise and be happy for 3 months. And then eventually they'd be like, you know what? It was not about the money. I'm really not happy doing that.
But it's like still 3 months. It's like, okay, a raise. Let's see what this is looking like for at least 3 months, though. You feel me? It's like they could have still had it in their mind to still, peace. But it's like, hey, let me just acquire this extra real quick, and then, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be that, but mostly what he's saying though.
It kills my soul. It kills the inside. There's no amount of money that's gonna make me be able to enjoy that. I don't like being used. I don't like what I'm doing. So the money at some point was good, but all that fades at some point, and you're just faced with the fact that you don't really like what you're doing. You don't like to be in that position, and there's a lot of people that are demanding.
On the topic of her not being able to handle it, to me, it's very similar to almost YouTube in a way. I don't think most people can handle being a YouTuber. That's why you see these people flame out and burn out because they can't handle the messages that they get. They can't handle people criticizing them, people insulting them. I mean, I get
bro, you have no idea my comment section, bro. A lot of people saying I look like somebody. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, just going at you like, bro. People be saying some ish, bro, and it's like, especially the one video I did, it's like some black people, I forgot it, but it's like a couple recent videos, man. Dig down, you feel me? You'll see that, and the comments, you know what I'm saying? Like you can literally see me talking to a couple commenters on there. It's like, some people that are just making these statements, I'm just like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just crazy. But yeah, these people be getting at you, you know what I'm saying some stuff that I'm like, dang, bro. I'm just like, dude, you try doing this. The people that comment those statements and, such statements, I'm not going to say what statements or comments, but it's like, the commentator is like, bro, you try doing this, bro. You try doing any videos that you like and see all these different comments, most positive, but the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, see those out and see how, like, what it is. And sometimes how it could feel, you know what I'm saying? It's like me, I put mind over matter, and it's like, I know that it's like, since this comes with it, I expect comments like that. But it doesn't mean that the comments that still happen don't still hit you. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you see it coming than from like when it actually happens. you know? And it's like, you know, you just got to keep that Donald Trump 50-foot wall in your mind of like expectations of getting comments like that to really, when the comments hit, the wall like only budges a little. You know what I'm saying? Like, it only breaks a little. It doesn't break entirely, because like, you know, when it hits, it still hits you, but it's like, oh, you know, it's like, oh damn. But it's like you flex, like a person punched you in the gut, but you flex, so it's like it didn't really hurt you that much. You feel me? Because of that expectation of the punch coming to your gut, so you flex. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's like you expected it, but still kind of hurt. You feel me? But you know, you don't let it break you. But man, yeah.
Easy DMs all the time.
Not for the soft party, bro.
Because for me, my temperament is well adjusted to this side. It doesn't bother me. If someone makes a reaction video criticizing everything, it doesn't bother me. I know some people who do, they lose their mind, and it messes with their mental. It does not say they're weak. It's just they don't have a temperament for this field to work. The same way, I don't have the temperament of somebody who goes into the woods every day and then cuts wood, okay, and does logging. Some people have that temperament, but they can't handle the kind of work I do. It's fine. It's not to say one's harder than the other or whatever it is. It's to say you got to have a certain mind and a certain personality for certain kinds of work. Some people can handle manual labor. Other people would die in an office typing on it. Those same people who can handle the really difficult stuff can never do the office stuff, right? It's a different energy. And the truth is, when it comes to OnlyFans, it's a very specific type of person who needs to be able to handle it. And an even smaller percentage of people can do that kind of work and be able to not have no negative repercussions, but be able to really stave off the toxic aspects of doing that kind of work. When I listen to her talk about men, you see how she says, you will never hear men be as honest as when they're there. No, you'll never hear weirdo men be as honest as when they are there. Because guess what? Even if I was super anonymous, even if nobody would know it was me, I would never DM you no weird shit because I just don't have it in me. I don't give a fuck. And a lot of people, because guess what? That kind of work. When I listen to her talk about men, you see how she says, you will never hear men be as honest as when they're there. No, you'll never hear weirdo men be as honest as when they are there. Because guess what? Yeah. Even if I was super anonymous, even if nobody would know it was me, I would never DM you no weird shit because I just don't have it in me. I don't give a fuck.
It's like those are the motherfuckers that be like asking where, you know what I'm saying? Like, where the girls at? And the girls arrive, they're like, oh god, girls actually can't. You know what I'm saying? Those are those type of men that be asking, the weirdos. You feel me? Those are the weirdos. But yeah, bruh. Like, those type of dudes, man. Yeah, mostly don't even know how to speak to women properly, you know what I'm saying? So they let their intrusive thoughts win.
And a lot of people are like that. But you have the perception that these men who live double lives are messaging like that, so most men must be living double lives. No, honey. The same way, I don't think most women who appear to be very sane and cool, and then turns out they got an OnlyFans back, I don't think, oh, all women secretly want an OnlyFans. Of course not, right? You're having a jaded experience because you go to the strip club and you think most men are just disgusting pigs. It's like, honey, you went to the environment where they sell the pigs.
You went to the slaughterhouse.
Yes, you went to a fucking whole bacon farm, and you talking about, oh my god, these guys are disgusting. Come on now, right? But this is what happens with a lot of this work. These people see phony men on a regular basis, and they get shot. I don't go to Miami and think all women are like that. I don't go to the strip club and think all women want to pop for change. So why is the inverse okay? When you live online all the time and all you do is do this work and all you do is interact with these kinds of men, it's normal that you're going to come to that kind of mindset. But I do think there's an interesting parallel with the fact that she's had terrible experiences in dating men, and then she goes into this work where she's going to then amplify that to the nth degree by meeting more degenerate men. It's like, honey, you're not helping yourself in any type of way.
Of course you're
Of course you don't want nothing to do with men. Of course you resent men. You first off made horrible dating decisions for whatever reason. And then afterwards you went into the field where men treat women the worst. She just came to the realization that people have been saying for a long time, which is money is not everything. Is it important? It pays the bills. But you got a mental, a spirit, and a body to take care of. And jobs will sometimes ask you to sacrifice a lot of one or many of these different facets. You want to do construction, you want to do service labor, they gonna demand a lot on your body. That's why a lot you don't see old construction guys oftentimes. That's what it comes down to. And I think a lot of people are reckoning with the fact that no amount of money is gonna fix the fact that they're taking poison in large quantities every day. Yeah.
To be honest with you, it happened to me. Where I was working in a company that I thought the company was bad. No, not the only fans.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it happened to me. Where I was working in a company that I thought the company was bad. No, not the only fans.
When you said that shit, I said, I don't even know Preach no more. I literally went, huh?
You don't be like that.
Yeah, if you had an OnlyFans, I'd be like,
oh
shit.
I'm in my sauce.
Drizzle.
This boy keep boys.
Yo, he said, yo, that happened to me. I'm like, but not. No, you started that sentence wrong.
Yes. Yes, of course I did. No, but
I meant to.
No, but I was working for a company on the phone, right? I was working perceptions, accounts receivables, and people were yelling at me all day. And I thought people like this company is a bad company, but it's not a bad company. I was working at the complaints department. Everybody all day, every day was yelling at me. I thought the company was trash.
Yeah.
But it was just I was in the wrong department. I was in the department of the people that was really just. All day.
You know, at the end of the
Customer
day,
service.
she decided to prioritize her well-being over the financial gain, and I commend that. People are going to judge her for the past and whatever she did, but listen, I think people can change. I think people can do better, and I hope all these people who do these kinds of work and it really affects them heal from it. Because I can tell you this right now, past a certain level of income, there's no amount of income beyond that that's going to make you feel better about yourself. In fact, the more that you strive for that extra income and you're killing yourself, the more odds are you're going to burn out and not going to be able to last. Y'all notice? We did all everyday videos during the pandemic. Every day. I had nothing else to do, so I was like that. After the pandemic, we release maybe 3-4 times a week at most. Something that's a really manageable schedule. Sometimes we don't release for weeks. Why? Because you got to manage this.
Even during the pandemic, at some point it was like everything was alive, and you told me, yo, I need a break.
Yeah.
And I was
just
like,
every day.
Yeah.
Was the money exponentially higher than it is now? Of course it was.
But I'm not going to be.
I'm happier now. I see my mom. I see my people more. I do much better in my life. I have less problems. I feel like the quality of the videos goes up as well. I can do more fun stuff, right? It's just better. But you got to manage yourself. You got to manage this, and you got to manage the job. One of the weirdest things that she said was, like, these guys are checking in on me. We're having these conversations.
And it's not to say that I don't have, like, really good guys on there following me and, like, monetarily supporting me, even, like, checking in on me at times where I, like, earlier this year definitely disappeared for a few months, even on here. But even with that, like, just realizing that even those people are not people that I would call when I'm having a really hard day just makes it feel just so fake.
But, like, she almost started crying, but, like, I wouldn't go to these guys if I was really in need of help. It sounds like this girl's incredibly lonely. Because I can tell you this, there's never been a time in my life where I thought, I'm going to go to my subscribers to talk about my problems. So why? Because I got my network of people. That's just something I would never consider. Not that there's something wrong with my subscribers. It's a weird dynamic where sometimes you have people who watch you and they just admire you to some degree. It's like, how do you relate to them on a very basic human level about your own problems?
Listen, man. Y'all the bomb squad. You feel me? If you subscribe, you part of the bomb squad. But until we meet, dap it up. You feel me? It's like, I mean, y'all could talk to me, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, really generally talk, and, we could get something going. It all starts with conversation. You feel me? Y'all family. Now it's time for us to talk. You feel me? Get to know each other and stuff. You feel me? Because I don't think talking to your subscribers is weird. I just think I just know the dynamics of a social relationship, knowing like parasocial relationship or something. You know what I'm saying? And then you have real social relationships. You have relationships with your significant other, relationships with your friends and family. You know what I'm saying? I just know it's like when you guys watching me. You know what I'm saying? And but it's like you're not really here watching videos with me. You're not playing video games with me. You're not playing b-ball with me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like but we can still engage in conversation. You feel me? If you want to have a general conversation, we could do that. And yeah, you know, it could grow from being a parasocial relationship and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll reply to some comments and stuff. You know what I'm saying? At least I'm really trying to. Cause like, you know, y'all fam, man. Y'all the bomb squad, bro. So it's like, yeah, man. Let's take it outside that parasocial relationship. You feel me?
If they're having you on such a high pedestal, that's a really difficult relationship dynamic to have. Mm-hmm. So I can imagine a sex worker that's probably weirder. So the fact that you're even considering it is bizarre, strange to me. You know? But don't get me wrong, fans sometimes check in, hey, you guys good? And I appreciate it. I think the concern is always nice. But to then go in and start laying out all my problems to I feel like that's just a weird dynamic. It's almost like the boss who tells their employee everything all the time and always just trauma dumping their shit. It's like, do they want to really listen to you, or do they have to because you pay their bills?
Oh, really? That feels bad.
I'll say that again for the people in the back.
That's good. And I appreciate it. I think the concern is always nice. But to then go in and start laying out all my problems to I feel like that's just a weird dynamic. It's almost like the boss who tells their employee everything all the time and always just trauma dumping their shit. It's like, do they want to really listen to you, or do they have to because you pay their bills?
Oh, really? That feels bad. Oh, give me a raise. Oh.
Yeah.
But I do still feel like I'm still so deep in it, and I think I'm just being prideful, but I just feel like, and I'm not. I just don't want to quit because I'm just not a quitter. Like, I always see things like to the very end, and I won't quit until I'm physically stopped.
Do you understand where she's coming from?
Not a quitter.
No.
You don't. Talk to them.
Just because of the health. Just the health wise. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just biased about some things where I just really don't understand the right angle, right? But yeah, pride of what? Pride of what? What pride?
Pride.
The reason you're in the state you are in right now is because you're not so proud of yourself. What pride?
It's not one of the seven
Good,
heavenly
go ahead.
virtues.
So you can imagine her taking the decision to do OnlyFans probably brought her a lot of social ramification. People saying this is wrong, this is evil, whatever, and she went ahead and did it anyways. To now quit and admit to everyone that they were right, yeah, that is a matter of pride.
I can understand that.
Yep.
You got the proof that, yeah, it is pride.
That is, but absolutely. How many people do you know who
pride.
do a job that their parents don't want or whatever, and they refuse to quit?
It is pride.
You'd have to accept that you made a choice that directly harmed yourself against everyone else's better wishes. That means that you have to accept that you were harming yourself and you made a horrible choice. There's a lot of different reasons why you might not live.
This is what I meant. What I meant by, no, I don't see where she's coming from or where she get it. I see the how and everything. What I meant by that was, that could not be me. Because I'm going to admit that I'm wrong when I'm wrong.
And also, I would say this. To the people who spend their time going to these women's DMs and sending foul stuff, you got to look at yourself and say, why are you wasting your time doing that? Sometimes we even have fans when we react to a video and they go and message these people privately. You fucking... Why?
Well, it tells more about you than it tells about the person messaging. You have issues.
I just want you to think about your behavior and why you feel the need to expunge that kind of energy to someone privately and say all these foul things that you would never say publicly to them. So if you're one of our fans and you do that kind of stuff, I would just rethink that. Because even though nobody knows what you're doing, it does affect your character. It does affect the way that you perceive yourself.
Really, really.
And you need to dig deep and figure out why you out here sending this foul. I don't care how much of a disgusting person someone could be. I will never, and I have never, gone in the DMs and been like, ugh. Not from an anonymous account, official account, don't matter. I just think it's very weird behavior. So, I just want to say that.
Aren't you guys? So that was Abba and Preach. I feel, DAD inside. An OF model says, I'm no longer attracted to men. Yeah, I agree with everything you were saying. I said some things already, man. Say less. What else is there? You feel me? Y'all let me know your thoughts about down in the comment section down below. Y'all know it's Boomer. Make sure to leave a like, support the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new so that we join up with the Bomb Squad, man. Hey, I love y'all, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to chop it up, hit me in the comments and, hit me up on the Patreon too, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could really become, part of the squad, you know what I'm saying? The Bomb family, you feel me? And, yeah, bro. No, I'm gonna really try and get to know y'all for real. You feel me? F it. You feel me? So yeah, hit me up with the Patreon or in the comments or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, chop it up, bro. 100. Ooh. Yeah.